Hello, Earth and I fam. I do not have a mic today because I went to make this video and my microphone was dead, so I'm just gonna do the video anyways. Apologies in advance if the audio isn't the best, but I wanted to make sure I brought myself to tap into this space today. I just got back from an awesome festival, and my video last week that went along with the new Vortex episode would not upload. It really just, it didn't happen, so I ended up just letting that go, so hence the reason why there was no video last week. Feel free to listen to the podcast. It's on A New Earth, which was recommended in the comments. So with that, I just really want to talk about life right now and kind of what I'm going through and how I'm kind of matching myself there. I am in a huge transition of life right now, and it's really humbling and beautiful to be aware of because these moments in time in my life have been just so monumental and have given such beautiful gifts to me. And it's so easy to notice it in hindsight, but I have to remember in those times they were so trying and hard with lots of big decisions that I didn't want to make. Yet when I made those and really committed to them, such amazing things came in life and worked out. So now I'm realizing where I can let go and where I can be active. And there's such power in making those decisions because you decide to be conscious with your energy. I've just had such spikes in my feelings and in my responses. I'm very reactive, and I give myself grace because it's for inner frustration. And instead of, just continuing to push it down, I'm letting it come up and be felt and play out how it needs to, let it spark certain conversations or express myself certain ways. And when I'm giving this, talk about a big life transition, I'm changing, I'm moved, new job, stepping into my yoga teaching, and it's all just been a lot. And it's really cool though because this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to get deeper into my teaching. I wanted something, more stable and career kind of oriented for now. I wanted my own space, not really having to share it with anybody. Knowing that having this space, my own area that I share with my love, that beautiful things can really come out of this. And getting into my writing, that's one place I'm going to dive more into. I feel that when I first started The Earth and I really didn't know my vision yet, but I knew that it was essential to get started so that I could receive clarity and action through understanding through action. And as this has grown, I've understood more what I'm going for, what the intentions of all my outlets are. Like, YouTube is really just a free space of conversation and, relatable topics and just really a chill place. And I do this for connection as well. Just being able to connect using, the gift of technology and having the safety and the freedom to just talk freely and express in that way that, we all might be a little ashamed of or embarrassed of. And having my website is more of a hub and not just so, tight. It's really growing. I'm experiencing a huge period of growth. And it's not always pretty and easy. It's very mysterious and overwhelming and shifty and unknown. And when we can open ourselves up to that through our wisdom and understanding and connection, it's such a beautiful process. And I believe I told this story before in one of my other videos, but when I was living in one of the most beautiful places, I met an amazing person there, and we did a 5 a.m. yoga on the river with the most beautiful view of the mountains. And I was kind of explaining my situation to um, this soul friend, and he used the word expansion. And in that moment, it just shifted. Everything made sense. I got this clarity from another person about what's going on in my life. During that time, I was in such an internal oriented place, healing and all of that. And, God was pushing me in the direction of start living, get out there and like use the gifts that you've discovered and that you've helped created space in life and admiration for, and push them out. I remember just feeling so vulnerable almost in the conversation, like I shouldn't be telling him this. It was after we did this beautiful practice, and the fact that I was able to just get reassurance from the universe that everything is expanding, becoming more, growing. And this was at the end of just a really amazing period of time. And I bring up that story because it just has given me such understanding on when things feel really crunchy in life. And a lot of how I was gauging that has been through astrology, and that's been an interesting journey for me. I'm not going to get into that, but learning to, understand my own seasons and my own periods of crunchiness and exhilaration and excitement and fulfillment and gratitude helps to better move through experience and being able to back up my actions and my feelings. Ooh, there's a mosquito. Bugs are crazy. So, as I kind of zoom out and take it from a third eye perspective, a bird's eye view, just taking time to really sit with yourself during hard periods, hard days, hard months, hard periods of time, and acknowledge what's going on, the situation, is so, so powerful. And it sounds so silly and obvious, but doing that is very difficult because when we get into those times, it's almost like we get shocked into fight or flight. And we're constantly like trying to figure out, what can I do to solve this? How can I, end this problem? And we get so sucked up to into it mentally and physically, even emotionally, and it hogs our attention. Just zooming out slowly and noticing, okay, well, this is happening and this is happening, and I'm worried about this, and I'm nervous about this, and I'm worrying about the future, and I'm not sure if this decision I made is working out. And just breathing in that awareness without having to get involved in everything that's sucking you in. we can't move forward with suspicious minds. I've been listening to that song by Elvis, so that was just perfect. It came right into my mind. Ooh. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. It always asks these questions. Anyways, having the understanding of what's going on in your life is really what accelerates you into the next phase. We will be kept somewhere until we understand the lesson, until we see what we need to see. And we're not the ones who decide that. We might think we are, and we might trick ourselves into believing that, but it's our higher power, it's God. And being submissive to that aspect of life comes with great reward, endless reward. And it always leads us to where we must be because we are. Life is just a constantly humbling experience. And it's especially in these periods of time where it's extra. It's extra humbling and, bringing me to my knees and just, it really puts us in a position where we can be nothing but grateful. That's truly how I feel right now, is I can lull around and pity myself, wish things were different, think about different possibilities, or, shoulda, coulda, woulda, all of that, or I can just sit down and be grateful for where I am right now, everything that's going on, and really lean into that in the most wholesome and comfortable way that I can through, practices and reflections and, fueling thoughts. It's much easier said than done, don't get me wrong, but that's part of me figuring it out too. That's why I really love doing this. It brings me such clarity and peace. And that I forget sometimes that I even share this with these videos with people. I'm just so in a flow, in a zone, that it's like therapy. Maybe. I don't know. That was funny. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I get so comfortable and really let it all flow, and it's like it's done. It's out. It's fully released. It's really releasing. Beautiful thing, and that's why I wanted to make sure I brought myself here today. And thank you for, if you're watching this video. So much love. So, whether you're going through a difficult time or not, whatever kind of difficult time it is, it looks different, in different periods for different people. I got a little sunset set. And yeah, it doesn't always have to look the same, but you can recognize the situation and put yourself in a place that really nourishes that anxious or restless part of self, and know that it's just part of the process. It's kind of like a rush of adrenaline, or, a hit of dopamine. It's just kind of like this come up and come down, and you're not alone in that. Together we can, share experiences and even ourselves in ways that just let it ride out. That's all we can do. We really can't stop the wave from coming. We can just let the passage be smooth. That's gonna wrap it up today. Shay Shay is getting bit up. I will see you guys next time, and stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. And if you're into yoga, I kind of pushed this in the Vortex episode, but that didn't get on YouTube. I started a yoga channel where I'm going to be posting a couple times a week my uploading has just been very difficult. So once I get that really smooth, I will link the video I have up right now in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you over there. All right, bye my loves. Thank you.